Hey ladies, it's Ariane. I just did a video and I'm so embarrassed. It was the worst video I think I've ever done. The lighting was horrible, my attitude was horrible, everything was horrible, and I might be duplicating that if I can't figure out how to set this up. I'm trying something a little different. I'm trying to get some good light in this house. Anyway, I'm here for my 6-week update. So my symptoms, let's see, I'm still tired. I'm still kind of out of breath, although I have to say I don't think I'm as much out of breath as I was before. I get sciatic pain every once in a while. I'll just gonna get like a pinching in my my hip, like by my tailbone in my butt. And it's just kind of a pinching. I get that every once in a while. My breasts are still sore and enlarged, which I guess overall is a good thing. Who doesn't want bigger boobs? I guess there are people that don't want bigger boobs. It's not, I would love to have bigger boobs, so it's a good thing for me. What else? I have had some insomnia. I wake up a lot to pee, which is not fun, and then when I get back in bed, I feel like I'm wide awake, and I can't go back to bed, so I spend a lot of time kind of just being awake throughout the night, which isn't fun. I haven't had any nausea up until this point. I would say the last 3 days I've kind of had some sensations like I might be starting to get sick. Like last night I woke up in the middle of the night starving and hungry, and then that kind of turned into nausea. And then when I ate, I had to actually get up and eat something, and then after I ate, I laid in bed, tried to go back to bed, but then I started to kind of feel sick, like I was going to throw up. And I was like, no, please don't let it be morning sickness. And then, I've had a couple moments where I'll be doing something and I'll just be like, I kind of feel a little just not right in my stomach. Nothing that's been major, nothing that's really like knocked me out, and I'm hoping that this is all it is. With my first daughter, I had really bad morning sickness. But with my second daughter, I didn't have hardly any. I did have a couple moments where I felt a little off, but that was it, and it was very short-lived. So I'm hoping this one might be a little bit more like my second pregnancy, so I know there's a chance, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm just really hoping that I don't get it. Another symptom that I've been having, which I haven't had since my last pregnancy, I should say, is I'm starting to get nasal congestion to where I can't breathe out of my nose. And it was a really unfun symptom of my last pregnancy, and I'm not excited to end up being back there, especially so early in this pregnancy. Basically, I have to make sure I carry around Afrin with me everywhere I go. I have to have it in my purse, in my car, in my, next to my bed, because like throughout the day, I'll just get to where I can't breathe out of my nose, and I have to use it or there is no relief. And I wake up in the middle of the night because I can't breathe. It's a pain in the butt, and I know you're not supposed to use Afrin that much, but it's either that or I just can't breathe, and it's horrible. Like, I get it so bad to where I really cannot breathe out of my nose. And if you've ever had that, it's just not fun. It's not fun to eat food. It's not fun to sleep, anything. It just kind of ruins everything. So that's a symptom that I've started getting that I'm just like, it's back. Then there's nothing I can do about it. I get full really easy when I eat. And it's a really weird feeling because, like, I will sit down and have a meal, and after, I swear, 3 bites, I feel full, and I look huge. Like, I look like I am 6 months pregnant. It's the weirdest thing because I know how much I ate. I sat there and, watched the spoon go to my mouth. There's no way that I could actually be that full off of what I ate, but it's like, I get really full really quick. I can feel my uterus. Like, I can feel it when I'm sitting. I can feel it. It's swollen. It's growing. I can tell it's growing. It feels a lot like it just brings back those feelings and memories of my past pregnancies, which is kind of interesting. But I can tell it's growing, and there have been times where, like, my kids have sat on my lap, and they kind of sit, like, on my belly, on my uterus, and I'm like, ooh, I can feel that. That's exciting, though. I'm glad that it's growing. I'm glad that, like, I can feel the progress. I feel pregnant. I had mentioned kind of a symptom with my gums, that they were red and kind of peeling, and I'm still having that. Like, my gums are peeling. Like, I notice every couple days, like, my gums kind of peel, and I have to brush them with a toothbrush. It's really weird. Maybe it's the more blood in my system. I haven't had any major strong cravings. I don't ever really get a lot of strong cravings in my pregnancies, but I do have a lot of food aversions. Like, I get to where I just don't want to eat anything. Like, nothing sounds good. I'll smell food and be like, yeah, it doesn't sound good. Like, there have been a couple times where I pulled out leftovers and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I really going to force this down me? Just a lot of food aversion. And I'm so exhausted and tired and unmotivated to eat anything that, like, when I get hungry, I'm like, I'm hungry. I have to eat, but I don't want to eat, and I don't have even the energy to cook anything. I don't want to cook anything. There's nothing I want to eat. So it's kind of a pain because I end up eating food that I don't want to eat just to make that feeling in my stomach go away. Another symptom is, again, I've just been feeling like I feel like I've gained 100 pounds. At least, I mean, not literally, but like I feel like I've just gained way too much weight, and I feel bloated, and I feel like and even in the last 2 days, my stomach has changed. My stomach feels tighter. It feels not necessarily bloated, but like it feels heavy, like heavy solid. It's a really weird feeling. It feels heavy and full. Like there's just a weight in there. And like today, I swear I could show you my belly when I'm just sitting here. Like, it's like popping out of my jeans. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about so you don't think I'm crazy. Okay, so belly. When I'm sitting here, it's like, I don't even know if you can see it, but basically it's like poojing out of my pants, and my belt is like, anyway, it's kind of like I'm already feeling like I have to like hold myself in, and it's really tight, but then when I'm standing up, I have like a baby bump already, and I'm 6.5 weeks, and it just seems too early to have a baby bump. And so I've just been feeling kind of, I think it doesn't matter. I don't know. It doesn't matter where you've gained weight or how much you've gained. If your stomach feels bloated, you feel like you've gained a ton of weight. Like, I think your stomach is, for me anyway, that's kind of my meter of how my weight is. Like, if I feel good about myself, it's because my stomach looks good. It doesn't matter how big my butt is. It doesn't matter how, big my arms are. If my stomach looks good today, I feel good. And so I think because my stomach's been growing and I can tell it is, I think it just makes my whole self just kind of feel like just yucky. And I haven't quite, I'm pregnant, but is it really pregnancy bloat, or is this just like fat, or what's going on? I don't feel like I should be this big at 6 weeks, but I don't know. It's just kind of been a weird phenomenon. I just kind of felt all day today like I'm back to having to suck my stomach in and not let anybody see my pooge, and I just feel like it's pooging, and even my jeans are starting to fit a little tighter, like in the butt and the legs, just a little bit, but enough to where I'm noticing it, and it doesn't really feel good. So it's been kind of another symptom, and I'm trying to not be too hard on myself. And let's see. Things are going better with my husband. He, because if you remember last time I went off on a very angry rant towards him. I've still been really emotional and a really up and down, like happy, 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 sad, 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 mad, 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 like irritated, bugged, happy. That's my day. He's been a lot better the last couple days, and I just have to get to a point where I'm good with it. We are seeing a counselor. Not necessarily together. We kind of see her off and on separately, and I think my husband just has his own issues. So that's good. I think overall we're doing much better. I just have to stop being so angry, and I'm working on that. I've been having a lot of mommy guilt. For any of you that have children that are pregnant, I feel like I snap at my children a lot more. I have a lot less patience. I have a lot less time that I spend with them, and then I feel like there have been times where I just like freak out on them, and I'm like the worst mother in the world, and then I feel so guilty for being such a bad mom because here I am having a third kid, and why am I having a third kid if I'm a horrible mother to my first 2 children? And so I've been trying really hard to kind of rededicate myself to being a better mother and being more loving towards them, and not so like freak out-ish, happy, 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 angry, angry, pissed. Like, that's where I'm at. So my girls have been wonderful. I've had so much fun just, I don't know, being their mom and kind of getting to experience this with them. So, okay, what else? I did have an interesting thing happen a couple days ago. It was not, I don't know, I mentioned in my one video that I had a little minor four-wheeling accident, which I'm not really an accident-prone type of person. So the other day, my husband had a huge wooden piece of wood that like went all the way up to the ceiling, and he was making something with it, and he had set it up in the garage. and I didn't know I was out there doing something, and I bumped into it, and I didn't know, and it hit my head, and it hit my head hard. It was a huge slab of wood, and I almost thought, like, I bent over and like held my head, and I almost thought I was gonna pass out from it. And like finally, when I was kind of able to recover and like get over the shock, I like went inside, and I like had a huge egg, like swollen bump on my head, and it had like hurt my jaw. Like, I don't know how it hit, like it hurt my jaw. And of course, like, just like the four-wheeling accident, my first thought was, I'm pregnant, what am I doing getting like hit in the head and hurt? Like, I don't know, that's like the first thought that go through my head was, you can't do these things to your body. Like, I chose to have the wood fall on my head, but it took me a long time to recover. For some reason, I could not stop bawling. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. I think it just scared me, and I was nervous, and we don't have insurance yet. We're in the process of getting insurance, and I didn't know what to do, and I was just an emotional wreck. And I think just being pregnant, I don't cry. I am not a crier. I have a very high pain tolerance. But I think it just scared me so much, and it did hurt, and I just bawled. Like, I could not get over it. I was like in the bathroom, and I'd finally like dry off and be like, okay, go back downstairs and take care of your kids. And I'd go back downstairs, and I'd like relive it in my head and like start bawling again. So, I don't know. It was just really scary. Just an interesting thing. I hope I don't have any more accidents, because I'm not usually so accident prone. But, okay, so I had mentioned, well, I put in the title, so the counselor lady that I talked to, she does kinesiology, and kinesiology is muscle testing. A lot of chiropractors do it. Not a lot, but chiropractors, there's some chiropractors that do it. A lot of naturopathic people do it. I don't know what other businesses do it, like forms of whatever. But basically, it's the most similar thing I could contribute it to would be acupuncture, and it's using your body's energy to find answers to what's wrong with your body. And this lady does this to kind of help you with emotional issues and physical issues, whatever, issues that you're having. And I'll put a little link below if you have any questions about it, because I don't really have time to go into it. But it's really interesting. It's really helpful. It's not a psychic, but it seems like it is if you don't understand how she does it. But basically, I was asking her if she could test the baby to see if the baby was healthy, and she tested, and she said, yeah, the baby's healthy. And I was like, good. And I said, can you test if it's a boy or a girl? And she was like, no, we're not supposed to do that, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Just know that it's not, 100% accurate. So she tested, and she said, it looks like you're having a girl. And I actually was shocked, because I've been feeling like I'm having a boy. I have 2 girls already, and I've just been feeling like it's probably time's about due to have a boy. Chances would seem, I don't know, it just would seem like the next would be a boy. So it kind of shocked me, and she tested a couple times, and she goes, yeah, I'm getting a girl. So, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I don't really know what I think about it. I mean, I'm excited to have a girl. I love having a girl. I was a little excited at the thought of doing something different and finally having a boy. But girls are so much fun, and I already have the clothes, so anyway, this is interesting. It'll be really interesting to see if she's right or not. I'll probably hold off on buying boys' clothes, and because I kind of started to think about buying some boys' clothes, thinking it was a boy, but anyway, like I said, I'll post something below so you can see that. I think that's about it. I'm going to do a vlog. I kind of want to do a vlog at some point, introduce you to my girls. So I might do that before my next 7-week update. Oh, I want to say, I did win my very first giveaway. I won a really cute diaper case from Alaska Mommy, and I'll put her link below, but I'm really excited. I'll show it on my next vlog. So anyway, thank you so much, ladies, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so I'm gonna do belly shot really quick, ladies. So I don't have much time. So this is me with the shirt on, just comfortable stance. And then that's me, and that's my bump. And there is a bump. And it's hard. I mean, well, not hard, obviously. I've got pudge, but I don't know. It just seems really big to me, so I don't know. Doesn't that look like it's a little big for 6 weeks, almost 7 weeks? Okay, Anyway, thank you ladies. See you next week.